Hi, I'm Alex Stead. I'm Nikon_photography_, and I'm here in Norway with Ubug, and this is the equipment I've chosen to bring. So first of all, I'll start with the lenses and the camera. My main body is a D810 with a 16-35, 14-24, 105, 1.4 and 58mm. They all kind of serve different purposes, and most trips I usually travel with a 70-200, but I chose not to bring it on this one. So 16-35 I love, I've had it for years. It's just a pretty good all-round wide angle lens, and it doesn't have a lot of fisheye distortion like the 40-24, which is also great because it goes to 2.8, but it's sometimes too fisheye. The 105 and the 58mm are both amazing for compression, mostly the 58mm usually for portraits, and the 105 kind of different, I don't know, like different landscape stuff. So for filming I use a Nikon D500, which is a brand new Nikon, and I absolutely love using it. It's really lightweight and it's got very similar layout to the D810, which is easy when you're swapping over cameras and stuff, and buttons are in different places. I use it on a Ronin M, which is really good for stabilization, and it actually does fold really well into a backpack as well. So it's actually lightweight, it folds well, and it's actually really easy to set up. We've had some opportunities out in Norway where the weather has changed so quickly. I need to get this going, and we've been able to do it, which is great. For editing, I use a 15-inch MacBook Pro, which I take everywhere with me, with 2 separate hard drives. So I am always backing up my photos every night, all the video stuff, so they go on here and here, and then it's on the computer as well. And then at home I've got a big Mac, which I just put everything on as well. So everything's all over the place, which is kind of the most important thing, to make sure your photos are as many different places as you can. With my images, a lot of people use Lightroom, but I've kept with the old Apple software iPhoto, which they've replaced with Photos. I find it a lot easier to use than Photos. Photos is a terrible app, but iPhoto is really simple to use. You can take your photos out, and really easy to store them. So iPhoto is really easy to use for just separating all the different photos, and then you can flag them and then take them into flagged, and then when I found a photo I like, I move it into Photoshop Raw, which has all the same tools as Lightroom, a few different layouts, but all the tools in essence are absolutely the same. The only tool which I hate is the horizon crop, which is weirdly just doesn't work that well. So for horizon I move it into Photoshop. Apart from that, it's a great app. The biggest problem with travel photography is trying to get all your equipment and limit yourself of how much you take. So for travel I use a hard case, sometimes in the hold, but most of the time when I'm doing like adventure photography, I use a low pro Whistler, the biggest one. It's absolutely massive, and it's plain size, so I could fit all this equipment plus maybe one more lens in that. The Ronin folds into that as well. You can put a tripod on it, you can put your snowboard in the back, you can put skis, so it's probably the best backpack I've ever used, to be honest. So that's all my equipment I use. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to check out more of my work, check out my Instagram, Nikon_photography_. Thanks.